saying? And it's coming off the Hill News. But we see here where the House hearing Thursday featuring the Democrat public candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. You know what I'm saying? Brought the complicated debate about balancing freedom of speech with fighting misinformation to set the stage. You know what I'm saying? Some of the debate, you know what I'm saying, played out in a real time among members of Congress and the hearing witnesses. You know what I'm saying? The House January Select Subcommittee on the Weaponizing of the Federal Government hearing on censorship started with some early demonstrations of a partisan divide on the issue. They shouldn't be divided on a fucking issue, because you shouldn't be censoring any information that should have came out around that time. But we see where Deborah Wesley, you know what I'm saying, shows or whatever, and even the Democrat of Florida made a motion to move the committee into executive session, you know what I'm saying, closing the hearing to the public over concerns about Kennedy's recent statement on COVID-19. Yeah, oh, you gonna close it out because from the public, because you're telling the truth. And you're full of garbage. Same thing they did in Germany. You know what I'm saying? She argued that testimony from Kennedy, who said in a video published by the New York Post that COVID-19 virus was targeted to spare Jews and Chinese people, you know what I'm saying, could defame or degrade people. You know what I'm saying? Republicans successfully blocked that motion. The ranking members of the Stacey Pollock, demon Democrat of where they at the Virgin Islands, where I grew up, you know what I'm saying, with her crooked ass, also raised concerns with the committee giving Kennedy 10 minutes to deliver his opening statement instead of just 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying, allotted with the witnesses, you know what I'm saying, with her crooked ass from the Virgin Islands. You need to go back to the Virgin Islands and get the fuck out of New York with your garbage ass. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no goddess in my book. You need to go back and be a dumb idiot like you choose to be in the Virgin Islands, because you in the United States Virgin Islands, and you need to grow up instead of coming here with that garbage and let Robert F. Kennedy speak. Let the man speak and stay out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of Virgin Islands and West Indian people coming up here and sucking balls. You got to cut that out, because you ain't saving shit. You know what I'm saying? So we know what you're doing down in the Virgin Islands, and the people in the Virgin Islands need to really take a good hard look at Stacey Palaskit, or whatever her name is, and kick her out of there, because she's been screwing y'all over for a very long time, and I bet you nothing got better in the Virgin Islands. You know what I'm saying? If you want to cut him off and censor him, you know what I'm saying, some more, you're welcome to do it. How, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like kick your butt clean out of there too. House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan, Republican of Ohio, said, you know what I'm saying, you know, what he said, electing live in the room. Kennedy, you know, extends history of sharing anti-Greason views online, was the center of Thursday debate over how social media companies, you know, moderate content. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yes, he is. So we see here where John F. Kennedy, you know what I'm saying, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. post, you know what I'm saying, Hank Aaron was just, you know, pointing out facts. You know what I'm saying? But because his recent comment suggested that COVID-19 was an ethnical target, which it was, the long shot presidential candidate spread Greason skeptical content on his social media. How would he spread content on social media that is skeptical? If he said it, he said it. He ain't share no skeptical, because guess what? The people didn't go by what was said there from anyone. They believed the demon Democrats all the way down the line, sucking on the nuts. But Kennedy faced suspicion and removal of content in the line with companies' policies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because it was Robert F. Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest family of presidency that we have seen, because we sure ain't seen no black people stepping up to do nothing except sit there and discredit the Republican Party in which your ancestors died blood, sweat, and tears for. You know what I'm saying? Kennedy said during the hearing that he has never been anti-vax, even though he has frequently been, critical of, Greason, and shares debunked claims about links to, it looked like, autism. I am subject to this new form of censorship, which is called target, propaganda, where people apply pejoratives or whatever, I guess pejoratives or whatever, like anti, I've never been anti-Greason, Kennedy said, but everybody in the room probably believe that I have been, because that's the prevailing narrative. You know what I'm saying? That's the prevailing narrative. The demon Democrats slammed Kennedy for the role of boosting Republican allegations that the companies are censoring content with a policy bias. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you may think, Mr. Kennedy, I never, I revere your name. You're not here to postpone your case for censorship or whatever, propound your case or whatever for censorship. You are here for, a cynical reason to use be used politically, that side of the aisle of embarrassment that occurred, that the current nutcase president of the wannabe, United States, Representative Gary Connolly, Demon Democrat, said, and he full of shit just the same, but we see here, in more ways than one, what Kennedy is saying, and he's dropping that bomb on their ass, is that you're all liars and you're full of shit. Nobody's anti-nothing, especially when it comes to health and the things we may need in order to help us, whether it be, what they put in, your shoulder, whatever, and they call it what it is. We know full well that sometimes that is the only measure and the only things that needs to be done. We don't need, to be saying that we anti anything when we need our medicines and our different things in order to get well, or in order to be able to get ourselves well in all ways. But what we are anti-against is the anti-trickery, the anti-fucking swindling, the anti-secret shit y'all doing all across Africa to the children and all the people over there, and building a factory to build the anti-Greason formula. And right in South Africa, we against all that. We are against the invasion of Egypt by outsiders, because even the civilization before Egypt was Africans as well. The same ones, who built a lot of the different things that you see today, even when it comes to pyramids and pyramid building and stuff like that. There were many, many Africans that came through that whole line and built many civilizations. They were building civilizations. How many of these other people were building civilization before the Africans. No, they were not. You know what I'm saying? Africans were building civilizations, and they're credited for many civilizations. Some of the biggest civilizations are still around today. We see Texas Department of Public Safety speaks out on migrants' abuse allegations, you know what I'm saying, as we see in more ways than one. You know what I mean? We see a lot of allegations that's coming out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We see even in more ways than one. You know what I mean? Many things are happening that should not be happening. You know what I'm saying? We see another girl is missing. Carly Ross, looked like Russell made several tweets just before, minutes before disappearing. Today was a great day. You know what I'm saying? I guess, you know what I'm saying? These people, I told you, this is going to happen. When you voted this clown in, then you sitting up there he's trying to do every good thing to convince your brain that he is doing good. They still haven't explained many of the investigations. They're still covering up many things to do with the investigation. They're covering up all types of shit that should be investigated just to make Creep Joe Biden look good, so he can call himself discrediting Trump and putting Trump in jail. And, you know what I'm saying, knowing for well he's the worst president even before Trump was even running for office. He was the worst vice president, you know what I'm saying, and then say Obama was the president. You was there too doing the creepy ass shit as well. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We see Texas is the largest state to lead partisan national efforts to prevent voter fraud. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's right. You got to do what you got to do to stop that voter fraud. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? We see on space, all polls show most Americans support NASA role in the U.S. Presence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, like that flag look like it's blowing in the wind when you're on space and space is still. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's just blowing in the wind on there on the moon. Oh yeah, we see creepy ass Obama release summer reading this in support of the book bans or whatever. We give a flying. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gives a damn about what you know what I'm saying, you have to say it. We see House pass bill to renew FAA, you know what I'm saying, aviation and safety program. You know what I'm saying? We see a whole lot of shit going on here. We see lawmakers claim UFO cover up from the Pentagon military as witnesses ahead of Congress. Oh, they've been covering up that bullshit for years. You know what I'm saying? You know why they're covering it up? Because it's black people that's coming from up there to here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are black brown in all ways. You know what I'm saying? And they know for well that black people aren't from here, and the ones who built those pyramids and all types of shit had to come from somewhere else. They didn't come out in the sea, they didn't come and climb up into no tree. They came from somewhere else other than Earth. You know what I'm saying? We see more U.S. warships, Marines deployed to the Middle East to encounter Iran. Oh yeah, they're going to keep that war going over there because they're always keeping us in that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We see North Korea makes nuclear threat over a U.S. submarine in South Korea. There we go. We see Russia complex defense or a brutal test of Ukraine troops, you know what I'm saying, close quarter combat. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I bet you American soldiers all up in there from Creep Joe Biden sending them there too. You know what I'm saying? It's like making this war go. How long are we going to keep going? It should have been over by now. You know what I'm saying? That's point blank. You know what I'm saying? But you want to defeat Russia and break Russia down all in the matter of this creepy ass shit that you have done. Even when we look again at the White House and the so-called garbage direction, you know what I'm saying, and the bullshit that they do. You know what I'm saying? We see Portland serial killer affair. Victims' parents speak out after career criminal named as career as the person of interest. Oh, imagine that. Oh, yeah, all kind of football out there. School bus monitor charged after 6-year-old with special needs died in bus incident. Oh yeah, and you look like a Latino too. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, keep letting them in the country and going on and going on. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Keep on. You know what I'm saying? We see a lot of bullshit that seems to be going on. Even when we watch the I guess his name is Oppenheimer discuss use of the atomic bomb in 1965. Listen to his name, Oppenheimer. He's a German. He's a German over here in our country, helping them or whatever to the use of an atomic bomb in 1965. He pulled that shit then, and he pulled that shit now. This country has been doing garbage. What person in their rightful mind will even think of an atomic bomb and drop that on a nation of people? It does not seem sane to you. And if it does, then you full of shit, just like them. You know what I'm saying? American diplomats on Chinese swept up in Microsoft email hack. You know what I'm saying? Who gives a flying for y'all be hacking people just like you hacked mine just not too long ago? You probably did. You know what I'm saying? You full of shit. We see Canada crash kills pilot in helicopter. You know what I'm saying? Fighting wildfire. Oh yeah, you can burn down all them trees so your 5G can go clear. You know what I'm saying? But we see here Putin is trying to buy time by buy time with Bogosian, you know what I'm saying? But will get revenge since he is the ultimate apostle of payback, CIA Director William Burns said. Yeah, all y'all doing is talking about Putin, you're full of shit. You know what I'm saying? We see here with these two pictures, and these two people in this picture is dead. You know what I'm saying? And killed by the government, I would say. I don't know which one, but we know. What you didn't know about Bruce Lee life in Los Angeles? We know he was one of the best that started on the screen in the martial art era at the time. He ruled that spot. You know what I'm saying? And you got to give it to the great Bruce Lee. You know what I'm saying? I know he's gone and whatever, but it's still, you know, but he wasn't the first one to be great in martial arts. And martial arts actually is an African thing, not a European, Eurocentric thing. We see U.S. unleash Russia-related sanctions, backlisting, you know what I'm saying, 120 people and firms. Yeah, oh yeah, they're gonna backlist a whole lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to a whole lot of shit that they're doing, you know what I mean, in more ways than one. After a decade of struggle for a place in Israel, dozens of black Hebrews face threats of deportation. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that. Black Hebrews gonna pay the ones that really belong there in the first place. You know what I'm saying? They garbage. Member of 3 families from the African Hebrew Israelites of Jerusalem community facing deportation posed for a portrait in the village of Peace in Damascus. You know what I'm saying? Israel Monday. Listen to this. They're gonna deport the black people who actually belong there, who ancestors is there, who ancestors land they standing on. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to deport them here because you don't want them there. You racist, redneck, Ku Klux Klan of the garbage ass, poo-bah garbage. You don't belong there. You know what I'm saying? So why would you deport the Africans who with the same thing they're doing in Egypt? They don't want you there with that cube, son. You know what I'm saying? You got to be very careful as you get too close to that place. You know what I'm saying? Because they do not want, they took this land from our people and continue to push them off this land. You know what I'm saying? Continue to push them off this land. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Did I say Monday, July 17, 2023 for 2 years? You know what I'm saying? To read Israel bottom left and dozens of other residents of the village of peace have lived in fear. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, as long as you're there, because they don't want you to learn the truth. They don't want you to know nothing. They don't want you to believe that you don't belong there, because they stole the land. They stole and invaded the land, just like they're doing with the heat is coming out on the Palestinians as well. You know what I'm saying? You know, the city on the edge of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Israel. I guess it's called Nave Desert, has been the home for 24 years. You know what I'm saying? Her 8 children, including 2 of her daughters, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to say their name. It look like Yahital, you know what I'm saying? Standing left, and Matiha, you know what I'm saying? Standing right. You know, we were born here and no other country. You know what I'm saying? With them are Ben Israel Center, his granddaughter, and Estella River Wright. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, they're gonna try to do all that type of shit because they feel that they own that land and they have rights and claims to the land when they're no more than invaders. How the hell is you running out of family out of that area of Africa? And it's Africa. It ain't no Israel. It's Africa. You know what I'm saying? Because Israel is where in Africa. You know what I'm saying? In Egypt area. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When we look at it, you know what I'm saying? You know, and they'll do anything to make these biblical figures and these biblical Bibles seem true in itself. But it's not that way. These were all things written by them. And the characters and the names and the color of their skin were changed in order so they can have this authority over this land and this area and invade it. Like I told you, that's what caused the 3-day-old war between Iraq, Iran, and Egypt, coming down on these people invading that land space there, and they didn't want them there, and they pushed themselves in. And who backed them up? America, the Ottoman Turks, the Germans, the British, and everyone else, to push them into African land. And that's strategical, because it's a strategical point for them. You see what I'm saying? And push themselves into the land and cause massive unrest and confusion, and then bomb and kill mad Africans and people off the land so they don't come back to that spot. So don't give me that bullshit. And we're not gonna sit here, you know, and watch you and think that you have any justification to run this family from that African land in which they sit on. You know what I'm saying? That belongs to them and the ancestors of old. You are an invader. You're from the Siberian mountains, actually. You know what I'm saying? And you're not from, you came out of the Saudi Arab. Why? So I don't understand why you invaded and enslaved Africans all these years and was allowed to do this bullshit, and then try to justify it after many years using a scriptural Bible. But if your Bible was so true, then why would your Bible write of African black people being cursed in your Bible? And it doesn't make sense, because that's bullshit. No creator will do so, and you don't have any special one. You wish you did, but you don't. The only one that your clown ass is gonna see is your mama. You know what I'm saying? So this is Point Black saying, stay right, stay tight. But I'm gonna be monitoring this story of this family, this black Hebrew family that has claimed their place in Africa and been there for 20-something, 24 years, to where their daughters and children have been born there. Long live the African nation, and we need to run out who do not belong there. We need to defend each other and stop bullshitting and ball sucking and then going and doing their garbage work for these greaseball fucking idiots that coming into our country talking about everything made in China. You know what I'm saying? They over here doing a bunch of garbage as well. And many people are using their programs and their different hack techniques while they're sitting around playing video games and dumbass bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean shit, no way. They are waste of time when it comes to life and the 9 months that their mother put forward as a goddess to bring you through, and father to bring you through that porthole to bring your ass to this planet, for you to sit around and all you do is run your fucking mouth all night long on some bullshit and in everybody else's business. You need to grow up and move the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? And wise up. Because you're not a help to the African race. You seem like more like a hinder. So this is Point Black saying, stay right, stay tight, stay in the fight. Not the S-O-N, but the S-U-N. No man precedes his mother. You know what I'm saying? And you need to show some respect. You know what I'm saying? Because no man came before his mother. You know what I'm saying? And we damn sure, you know what I'm saying, gonna be checking your pockets as a checker, because if we leave it up to your clown ass sitting around all day long talking shit and doing dumb shit and living it up on the sunshine and not worrying about nothing else but yourself, take your lazy, no clockhead, snitch ass on down the lane. And you can get out of my face and don't never come on my site, because I don't see what's so important about you coming on my podcast that you have to be up here fucking hacking and doing a kind of dumb fuckery. It just tells me already that you're a clown. You know what I'm saying? Your mother wastes time even giving birth to you. You know what I'm saying? All you are doing is garbage on planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? You're not helping in no shape or form. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you got to be doing that dumb shit, guess what? I got you. And you cannot beat my intelligence until you have the wisdom and knowledge and understanding that I'm packing. And trust me, there's a lot more to me than you think that meets the eye. So keep on thinking what you're thinking. So this is Point Black saying, farewell. One, we will meet again.